Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Vachakalpatarobhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you everyone for joining on this very, very auspicious Ekadasi that usually comes every 3 years in the Purushottam month, not the regular Ekadasi that you see in every year. This is a very special Ekadasi. We are very fortunate to read these glories. Hearing and reading is very, very fortunate, very glorious to read. It helps us for our bhakti. So today we'll be starting our reading. Harita Mataji raised her hand first. So Harita Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Padmini Ekadasi, Sri Sutta Goswami said, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, O Janardana, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight Shukla Paksha of the extra leap year month? How does one observe it properly? Please narrate all this to me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, replied, O Pandava, the meritorious Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra month of the leap year is called as Padmini. It is very auspicious. The fortunate soul who observes it with great determination and faith will return to my personal abode. This extra month Ekadashi is as powerful as I am in nullifying sins. Even four-headed Lord Brahma cannot glorify it sufficiently. Long ago, Lord Brahma told Narada about this liberating sin-removing Ekadashi. Lotus-eyed Lord Krishna became very pleased by the inquiry of Yudhishthira and spoke to him the following pleasing words. O king, please listen carefully as I narrate to you the process of fasting on Padmini Ekadashi, which is really done even by great sages. One should begin his fasting on the Dashami, the day before Ekadashi, by not eating any urad dal, chickpeas, spinach, honey, or sea salt, and also by not dining in homes of others or other bell metal plates. These 8 things should be avoided. One should eat only once on the Dashami, sleep on the ground, and remain celibate. On Ekadashi, the devotee should rise early in the morning but should not brush his teeth. Then he should thoroughly bath in a place of pilgrimage, if possible. While chanting sacred hymns from the Vedas, he should smear his body with cow dung mixed with clay, sesame seed paste, kusha grass, and the powder of amalaki fruits. Then the devotee should take another thorough bath, after which he should chant the following prayers. O sacred clay, you have been created by Lord Brahma, purified by Kashyapa Muni, and lifted by Lord Krishna in his form as a Varaha, the boar incarnation. O clay, please purify my head, eyes, and other limbs. O clay, I offer my obeisances unto you. Kindly purify me, so I worship the Supreme Lord Sri Hari. Mataji, should I continue?
Mataji, Vrinda will read from here.
Okay.
Vrinda.
O cow dung, you passes medicinally and anticipate qualities, because you have come directly from the stomach of Universal Mother. The cow, you can purify the entire planet Earth. Please accept my humble obeisance and purify me. Oh, Amalak fruits, please accept my humble obeisances. You have taken your birth from the salve of Lord Brahma, and thus by your very presence the earth, the entire planet is purified. Kindly cleanse and purify my bodily limbs. O Supreme Lord Vishnu, O God of the gods, O Master of the universe, O holder of consciousness, club, and lotus, please allow me to bathe in all the holy places and pilgrims, reciting these excellent prayers, chanting mantras to Lord Varuna and and meditating on all the places pilgrim located on the banks of the Ganges. One should bathe in whatever body of water is at hand. Then, O Yudhishthira, the devotee should rub his body. This purifies his mouth, back, chest, arms, and waist as a prelude to worship the Supreme Lord, who wears brilliant yellow garments and gives pleasure to all creatures. By so doing, the devotees will destroy all these sins. Afterwards, he should chant the sacred Gayatri Mantra, offer oblations to forefathers, and then enter a Vishnu temple to worship Lord Narayan, the husband of goddess of fortune Lakshmi Devi. If possible, the devotee should then fashion deities of Shri Radha, Krishna, of Shiva and Parvati out of gold and offer them rice devotional worship. He should fill a copper or clay pot with pure water mixed with scents, and then he should cover the pot with cloth lid and gold or silver lid. In this way, preparing on asana upon which the Radha, Krishna, or Shiva, Parvati Murti may sit for worship according to the capacity. The devotee should then worship these murtis with fragrant incense and bright ghee lamp and sandalwood paste, along with camphor, kungum, and other scents, as well as selected ornamented flowers like white lotuses and other senses blooms are very nice prepared foods on this special Ekadashi. The devotees should dance and sing ecstatically before the deity. He should avoid Prajapala, talking unnecessarily of ordinary mundane conversation topics at all costs, and should not talk to touch low-born persons, untrained persons, habituated to low acts, or as woman in her menstrual period, or others so altered on this day, he should be especially careful to speak the truth and certainly not criticize anyone before the deity of Lord Vishnu, the Brahmanas, or the spiritual master, either with other devotees. He should be absorbed listening to Vaishnavas. Read the glories of Lord Vishnu from the Puranas. One should not drink or even touch water to his lips on the Ekadashi, and one who is unable to perform this austerity should drink only water and milk. Otherwise, the fast considered broken. One should remain awake that Ekadashi night, singing and playing musical instruments for the transcendental pleasure of Lord Supreme Person.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Harita Mataji, read Mataji.
Mommy, there's somebody else. There's 4 people.
Yeah, but others are not raising their hand, right? Preeti Mataji, would you like to read Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I'll read it.
Okay. As you are not raising, I thought you might be busy. Yeah, please read Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. During the first quarter, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay, Mataji. During the first quarter of the Ekadashi night, the devotee should offer some coconut meat to his worshipable deity. During the second part, he should offer soothing bell fruit. During the third part, an orange, and as the night draws to a close, some betel nut. Remaining awake during the first part of Ekadashi night bestows on the devotees or sadhaka the same merit as that gained by performing the Agnistoma Yajna. Staying awake during the second part of the night bestows the same merit as that gained by performing a Vajrapeya Yajna. Stay awake during the third part gives one the same merit as that attained by performing an Ashwamedh Yajna. And one who remains awake throughout the night receives all of the above mentioned merits, as well as the grand merit of having performed to Rajasuya Yajna. Thus, there is no better fasting in the year than Padmini Ekadasi. Nothing can compare to it as a giver of merit. Whether it be a fire sacrifice, knowledge, education, or austerity. Indeed, whoever observed the sacred Ekadashi fast receives all the merit attained by bathing in all the places of pilgrimage in the world. After remaining awake throughout the night, the devotee should bath at sunrise and then worship me nicely. He should then feed a qualified Brahman and respectfully give them the deity of Lord Keshav and the pot filled with pure scented water. This gift will guarantee the devotee success in this life and liberation in the thereafter. O sinless Yudhishthira, as you have requested, I have described the rules and regulations as well as the benefits regarding the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra leap year month. Fasting on this Ekadashi, on this Padmini day bestows merit equal to that gained by fasting on all other Ekadashis. The Ekadashi that occurs during the dark part of the extra month, which is known as Parama Ekadashi, is as powerful at removing sin as this one, Padmini. Now, please listen to me carefully as I narrate to you a fascinating account with this sacred day. Pulasya Muni once recited this history to Naraji. Pulasya Muni once had occasion to rescue the 10-headed demon Ravan from the prison of Kartaviri
Kartavirya.
Priti Mataji?
Hearing of this event, Narad Muni asked his friend, O greatest of sages, since the Ravan defeated all the demigods, including Lord Indradev, how could Kartavirya Arjuna defeat Ravan, who was so skilled in battle? Pulastya Muni replied, O great Narad, during the Treta Yuga, Kartavirya, Kartavirya, Arjuna's father, took birth in the he, Hehaya dynasty. His capital city was Mahishmati, and he had 1,000 queens, whom he loved very dearly. None of them, however, was able to give him the son he wanted so badly. He performed sacrifices and worshipped the devas and forefathers, but due to the curse of some sage, he was unable to beget a son. And without a son, a king cannot enjoy his kingdom, just as a hungry man can never really enjoy his senses.
Thank you,
King-
Priti Mataji.
Thank you,
Priti.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Prabhuji, would you like to read Prabhu? Kavi Karnapur Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, I can read.
Oh, thank you.
It's very small on my screen. Let me see whether I can widen it.
Okay. I already sent the link also in the chat box. If you would like to open from your end and see.
Okay, I can see.
Do you want me to send the link again? 1 second. I will send you the link in the chat box. You can open and see in your end also.
Okay, ma. Let me read from there. Okay, ma. Please send it.
Yeah, I sent the link. So you can open from your screen. So you will be able to see big.
Okay, ma. I've seen it. So I will read from which Kataveyajan story.
Yeah, here. King Kartavirya carefully considered his.
Okay, I've seen. King Kartavirya carefully considered his plight and then decided to perform severe austerities to achieve his goal. Thus, he donned a loincloth made of bark, grew matted locks, and turned over the reins of his kingdom to his ministers. One of his queen, Padmini, who was born in the Ishwaku dynasty, who was the best of all women, and who was the daughter of King Harishchandra, saw the king living. She felt that since she was his chaste wife, her duty was to follow in the footsteps of her beloved husband. Removing all the regal ornament from her beautiful body and donning but one piece of cloth, she does follow her husband into the forest. At last, Kartavirya reached the summit of Mount Gandhamandan, where he performed severe austerities and penances for 10,000 years, meditating and praying to Lord Gadadhar, who wed a club, but still he did not get a son. Seeing her dear husband waste away to mere skin and bone, Padmini thought of a solution to the problem. She went to the chaste Anasuya with great reverence. Padmini said, "Oh great lady, my dear husband Kartavirya has been performing austerities for the last 10,000 years. But Lord Krishna, Keshava, who alone can remove one's past sins and present difficulties, has not yet become pleased with him. Oh, most fortunate one, please tell me a fast day we can observe and thus please the Supreme Lord with our devotion, so much so that he will bless me with a nice son who will later rule the world as emperor." Upon hearing the appealing words of Padmini, who was very chaste and deeply devoted to her husband, the great Anasuya replied to her in a very cheerful mood, "Oh, beautiful lotus-eye lady, usually there are 12 months in a year, but after every 32 months, an extra month is added. And the 2 Ekadashis that occur during this month are called Padmini Ekadasi and Padmini Ekadasi. They fall on the Dwadasi of the light and dark part of the month, respectively. You should fast on these days and remain awake throughout the night. If you do so, the Supreme Personality of God, Shri Hari, will bless you with a son. O Narad, in this way, Anasuya, the daughter of the sage Kadama Muni, explained the potency of this special Ekadasis. Hearing this, Padmini faithfully followed the instructions to fulfill her desire for a son. Padmini fasted completely, even from water, and remained awake all night, chanting the glories of God and dancing in ecstasy. Lord Keshava thus became most pleased with her devotion and appeared before her. Riding on the back of the great Garuda, the Lord said, "O beautiful one, you have greatly pleased me by fasting on special Ekadasi of the extra month. O Purushottam, please ask me for benediction." Should I continue?
Thank you, Prabhu. We will ask other devotees to read, and you read so
my
beautifully.
daughter is here also. If you want that, she can read also.
Prabhuji, are you reading more?
My daughter is here. I want her to read also.
Oh, yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Please ask her.
Yeah, Sita, come and read. Yeah, read from here. Yeah, yes.
Hearing these sublime words from the overseer of the entire universe, Padmini offered the Supreme Lord devotional prayers and asked him for the boon her husband desired. Lord Keshava Krishna was moved to reply, "Oh, gentle lady, I am very happy with you, for there is no month dearer to me than this, and the Ekadasis that occur during this month are the most dear to me of all Ekadasis. You have followed my devotee Anasuya's instruction perfectly, and therefore I shall do what will please you. You and your husband will have the desired son that you wish." The Lord, who removed the distress of the world, and then spoke to King Kataviya, "O king, please ask of me any boon that will fulfill your heart's desire, for your dear wife has pleased me greatly with her devotional fasting." The king was very happy to hear this. Naturally, he asked for the son he had desired for so long. "O master of the universe, O killer of the Madhu demon, kindly grant me a son who will never be conquered by the demigod, human beings, snakes, demons, or hobgoblins, but whom only you can defeat." The Supreme Lord immediately replied, "So be it," and disappeared. The king became so very pleased with his wife and returned to his palace in her company. Padmini soon became pregnant, and the mighty armed Kataviya Arjuna appeared as her son. He was the mightiest person in all the 3 worlds, and thus even the 10-headed Ravana could not defeat him in battle, except for Narayana, who holds a club, a disc, and other symbols in his hands. No one could overcome him. By the merit that resulted from his mother's strict and faithful observance of Padmini Ekadasi, he could defeat even the dreaded Ravana. This is not at all surprising, O Naradji, for Kataviya Arjuna was the fulfillment of the benediction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With these words, Pulastya Muni departed. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna concluded, "O Celestial Yudhishthira, as you have inquired from me, I have explained to you the power of this special Ekadasi. O best of kings, Whoever observes this fast will surely attain to my personal abode. And similarly, if you want all your desire fulfilled, you should do likewise. Hearing these words from the mouth of his beloved Keshava, Dhamaraja, Yudhishthira became filled with joy. And when the time came, he faithfully observed Padmini Ekadasi. Sutta Goswami concluded, O sage Sunaka, I have explained to you all about this meritorious Ekadasi. Anyone who devotedly fasts on the Ekadasis that occur during the extra leap year month, carefully following all the rules, becomes glorious and happily goes back to Godhead. And one who merrily hears or reads about these Ekadasis will also obtain great merit and ultimately enter the abode of Lord Sri Hari. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Padmini Ekadasi, the Ekadasi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra leap year month of Purushottama from the Skanda Purana.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji, for giving us also opportunity. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Sita, and thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Preeti Mataji and Harita Mataji, for reading and making this Ekadasi very happy. Thank you so much.
Mataji, for giving
Yeah.
opportunity. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. It was very